The Law Commission will be comprised of myself as Minister for Justice as chairperson, also the Attorney General. There will also be a minimum of 2 barristers of at least 7 years post-qualification experience, and as you rightly say, 2 experts in the particular subject matter which will be discussed. So for example, if we're looking at sentencing laws, you would expect that there would be a qualified social worker and indeed a police officer.
You've highlighted the review of sentencing laws as a priority for this Commission, something that's also been mentioned in the past. So why the focus on this issue?
I think sentencing laws reflect who we are as a society, and I think therefore that it's important that we investigate whether we strike the right balance between punishment, reintegration into the community and rehabilitation. And therefore it may be that the Commission, when it investigates the sentencing laws in Gibraltar, does come to the conclusion that we do strike the right balance amongst all the different principles of sentencing, or it may determine that for certain offences we may be too lenient, and on the other hand we may be too draconian or severe. So therefore all of the investigations that the Commission will undertake, either because it is a proposal that the government is putting to it to investigate, or because we get proposals from the outside to look into it, will be a broad brush. It will be afresh and will be totally with a fresh canvas, not prejudging any particular issue.
Are there any aspects of sentencing legislation that will be looked at in particular?
Well, as I said, this will be an entirely fresh page. We're looking at this entirely afresh, but certainly one of the things that we will consider is whether, like in the UK, where currently almost automatically a person is eligible for parole after having served half of his or her sentence. In Gibraltar, as we know, it is only after a third of a sentence that a person is eligible for parole, and the Law Commission will, if it's one of the things that it looks into, consider whether it should be after a third, or whether we don't think that is the right balance for Gibraltar and it should be after serving half of a sentence, but that would be a matter for the Commission to determine.
Apart from sentencing laws, are there any other areas of legislation that have already been pinpointed for the Commission to review?
Well, I suspect that given that the community now know that there is a Law Commission who will be tasked with looking at areas of the law to propose reforms, I'm sure that it will only be a matter of time that we receive expressions in writing as to which areas of the law, maybe perhaps from the Bar Council, as to which areas of the law needs to be investigated and proposals put to the government for reform.